Hi guys, welcome to the tips and tricks section of this channel. Today's video is about how to record your performance or your music arrangement from WK-7600 right to your DAW as a multi-track sessions. So don't go anywhere, get yourself some snack or drink. Stay tuned. Okay, first thing first is make sure your WK-7600 connected to your computer using a USB MIDI cable and then just turn it on. Okay, a little introduction about this Casio's flagship workstation series. This WK-7600 has many capabilities that can support your musical creativity in many ways. It has 76 piano-style keys with maximum 64 polyphonic and 2-level touch sensitivities, and has 820 built-in tones that you can add another 100 more as your own tones. You can modify it from the presets, and 260 accompaniment rhythm presets where you can also make your own rhythm patterns, and a fantastic drawbar organ. The chances to broaden your creativity doesn't stop there actually. It has a song sequencer, pattern sequencer, tone editor, mixer, or even play a MIDI file from SD card. It can also record your voice or guitar or flute maybe and save it as a WAV file or MIDI file right from its sequencer. That is why they put this WK-7600 lineup on their workstation series. And those who own this keyboard should already familiar with its tool, I believe. Before we get started recording, there is several preparations that we have to do as on our keyboard and our DAW. The first one is make some modification on your keyboard setting so it can send all the 16 part channel to your DAW. And make sure that your MIDI connection is working like a charm, otherwise we cannot get the 16 channel MIDI working simultaneously. To check the connection, just open a new project on your DAW. In this case, I'm using Logic Pro. And then create 16 track of software instruments, or on other DAW, maybe you can use a standard VSTI just to make sure that the connection is working. Then try to play something on your keyboard. As you can see, there is a signal transmitted from your keyboard to your DAW on channel 16. Yeah. And now come the first part of the preparations, which is setting up your WK-7600 so it can transmit all the 16 channel of MIDI data. Let's go to function, press the function button. As you can see that this function has 3 pages. On page 2 there is MIDI option, just press enter. It has 3 options: keyboard channel, local control, and accompaniment. Press plus or yes to turn the accompaniment on. This is the function that allows WK-7600 to sense all the MIDI channel from accompaniment right to your DAW. To test it out, just press play stop button on rhythm section on your WK-7600. As you can see, there are some MIDI data sent out from your WK, but on our DAW it's only appear on channel or track 16. It because we haven't set the DAW to work with multi-channel MIDI. Here comes the second step of preparations. Just go preferences and choose MIDI. Oh no, yes, MIDI. Here under recording sections, we can see there is a auto demix by channel if multi-track recording options. That has to be checked because that is the function that allows Logic to working with multi-channel MIDI. Just close the preferences. And now set the track channels to match with the part channel on your keyboard from 1 to 16. Channel 1, track 2, channel 2, track 3, channel 3, track 4, channel 4. I will speed up the video to make it quick. Now strips ready. Why we have to make 16 tracks? Are we going to get a 16 MIDI channel? Well, yes, the WK-7600 can send out all 16 channel simultaneously. But in this case, since I am not making a full arrangement, so we got only several MIDI data coming in. Oops, I forgot to arm the record enable button on our DAW. Just select all the tracks and arm or press the record enable button. Okay, let's try again. Here we can see on our DAW there are some MIDI signal coming in on track 9 and 10, and it matched with the part 9 and 10 on our keyboard. 9 and 10. Okay, now comes the fun part. Just make sure your playhead is on the very left or the very beginning of your multi-track. For the sake of this demo, I'm just going to use a music preset from this keyboard. And maybe I play some melody to see is there any MIDI signal coming in on our DAW beside channel 9 through 16. Music preset. Yeah, okay. Press the start and stop. As displayed, there are some MIDI signal coming out from WK-7600 from 9 to 16 and received also by the DAW from 9 to 16. And to avoid strange audio coming out, since we haven't set the instrument, just mute the track while the record enable button is still armed, and make sure your DAW tempo has the same tempo as the WK-7600. Just set up to 124 because the keyboard says 124 BPM. And also for the sample rate, you can just keep it 44 or 48. It's up to you. Now let's try to record something. Okay, just ignore the sloppy melody I played since I'm not a keyboard player. As appear on our DAW, there are several track receive MIDI data from our keyboard, and it said each track match with each part of the keyboard. And now I have to check every single instrument used by this accompaniment or music style. Press the mixer button on the keyboard. Here on part 1 says string EP. Since this is the melody part I played, so I will keep it as electric piano. And track 9, part 9, here it says standard set, which is actually percussion. And for part 10, channel 10 is actually dedicated for drums. It's a MIDI general consensus, and I choose so-called here. Next, part 11 is fretless bass, so I pick also fretless bass. Part 12, piano, so I will leave it as electric piano. Part 13 is acoustic steel guitar. Tracks 14 is empty, and tracks 15 is strict sections. So we can put some strings here. I choose, okay, this one. And the last part is alto saxophone. Let's see if I have alto sax here. Yes, there it is. Okay, let's hear if the instrument we've set match with the instrument on the keyboard. Just play it. So the melody is on track 1. And every single track record a different part from the accompaniment. Yep, the last part is alto sax. Okay, as we can hear that the sounds from our DAW, the instruments all set accordingly and match with the keyboard. Only for the bass track, because I set the keyboard 1 octave higher, so the MIDI become too low. Just edit the MIDI data 1 octave higher, and let's hear it again. Yeah, much better now. Okay, that's all the tricks from us. Hope you can get something, especially for the WK-7600 owner. Thanks again for watching, and please like and subscribe to support us providing this kind of video. Keep creative, keep positive, and most of all, stay healthy. Bye.